Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you're doing good, hope you're doing great. I'm back with another surah today, and today we'll be studying Surah At-Takathur, Surah 102, again a Meccan surah. A Meccan surah which criticizes man's preoccupation with worldly wealth and stresses that he will be brought to account on the day of resurrection. So just a preface, and okay, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر قل سوف تعلمون ثم قل سوف تعلمون قل لو تعلمون علم اليقين لترون الجحيم ثم لترونها عين اليقين ثم لتسألن يومئذ عن النعيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen, thumma ma ba'd. May Allah give us the ajr and tawfiq to understand the surah, and may Allah open my heart and my speech so I can put across my information, my knowledge clearly and accurately. And if I make any mistakes, may Allah forgive me. Please do your own research when you watch my videos. You can use Tafsir ibn Kathir if you want to listen to videos. Numan Ali Khan is the best. For Urdu videos, Dr. Surah Ahmed, and well, any scholar you like. But please do research, okay? So let me start. Al-Hakum At-Takathur. Now the word At-Takathur is very difficult to translate. Okay? It's got 7 interpretations, but what it actually means is this desire inside us, this desire to compete in the world for worldly gains, to fit in. Okay? So how it's translated in the translation I read is by M.S. Abdul Halim, very good Oxford printed translation. So it says, competing for more distracts you until you go into your graves. Hatta zurtumul maqabir. So competing for more distracts you until you go into your graves. Now Allah Ta'ala is putting forward a question, competing for more distracts you until you go into your graves. Now you say, this is what you need to ask yourself. What is distracting you? And what is it distracting you from? So, since the day we're born, we're put into a competition. Okay? When we go to school, our parents want us to get A grades, gold medals, this and that. Our careers are decided, everything's done. Why? Because we need to compete. We need to compete with our cousins. We need to compete with, our relatives, our neighbors, our friends' children. Okay? And so that's a competition. Okay? When we go to school, we see that all my friends have a PlayStation 4. So I need to have a PlayStation 4. If they're playing the latest game, I need to be playing the latest game. Okay? Then as we go into high school, I want, branded clothes because all my friends wear branded clothes, so I need to wear branded clothes, all right? Coming to parents, I need to get my children in the best school, all right? I need to get the biggest house, I need to have the biggest car. Why? Just because my friend has it, my neighbor has it, my relatives have it. I need to compete, I need to be in the game. And for that, he's working hard. For worldly gains, you work hard, all right? And sometimes you cut corners. You adopt illegitimate means of earning money. And even if not that, people are working day and night. Again, like I talked about in one of my previous videos of Surah Al-Adiyat, where Allah says, man is violent in the love of wealth. So some people are so violent in the love of wealth, they'll go to the extent of robbing, conning others, fraud, whatnot. And other people who are still in the love of wealth but don't want to commit haram, they'll be working themselves off, they'll be wearing themselves out, and while they're doing this, they have no time for prayers, no time for Allah or the deen, or to understand any aspect of it. Okay, we as our parents keep the children into studying so much that they'll do an obligation, they teach them the Arabic, make them finish the Quran once and that's it. Or someone will make the children half of the Quran, okay, that's it, you don't have back into the game. Studying is good, earning is good, but there are limitations to everything. Okay, if you're studying, you need to study for your passion, not just because you need to become a doctor, even if you're not passionate for becoming a doctor and that's not even your dream, or an engineer or anything else. You need to work for your passion. Knowledge is good, but you need to, knowledge, earning, everything has to be according to your passion, and above all, for your deen, for your religion. Okay? I don't understand why people are not, paying attention to teaching themselves first and then their children Quran, this deen, hadith, the seerah. It's filled with information, it's filled with knowledge, unimaginable knowledge, right? Like the stuff I'm reading now in Quran contains physics, astronomy, chemistry, history, whatnot. If I was engaged with this in my school or college career, I would have been into education. I would have been flying in my history subjects, in my math subjects, in my physics subjects, in my chemistry subjects. Okay? Now I hate studying all my life. I was like, when will I finish college, start working? I don't want to touch books again. Ever since I started reading Quran, I've been studying. I open Quran, it's a chapter about, the orbit systems. Allah Ta'ala is talking about the sun and the moon and how they work. And because of that, now I'm studying books on astronomy. I'm studying books on the orbits, the planets, and whatnot. I'm studying the relativity in Quran, general relativity that's studied in physics in school, and I was bored of it. I'm so interested, I'm reading Einstein, Newton, and whatnot, just because of that. The distribution of, wealth and stuff, and, the aspects of business and ethics. I'm studying that in, like, business management in Surah Baqarah and other places, and I'm like, what? Quran, we think Quran is very limited, but the amount of knowledge it has, if you are engaged with it, you can blossom in this world with your career and your education both. Okay, so coming back to that. Okay, apart from that, yeah. So I'll give you an example, right? Very amazing example. At work, I was studying the surah. Those, I love doing this. I'm so engaged with the Quran. I'm reading it, listening it while I'm traveling, while I'm working, whenever I have time. This is my entertainment now. I find nothing else more entertaining than the Quran. That's something. So I was working for customer service, and as I'm talking to customers, and during the wrap times, I've got the Quran page on, and I'm just reading, right? So one of my colleague comes over to me, and she's like, "What are you reading?" And I'm like, "I'm reading this Surah At-Takathur." And at that time, I hadn't done tafsir of it, so I was trying to making sense of it, like what is Allah trying to say. And I love this, like I call it knowledge hunt. So it's amazing. I'll talk about it in another video. And then she's saying to me that oh yeah, I wish I can get into reading Quran as well. I try to do namaz, but then she said something that like shook me inside. And these are little miracles that always happen to me. She said that I love reading namaz, and I read Fajr and Isha at home, but at work it's hard. And I'm like, why is it hard at work? Because you got your lunches and breaks and everything, and my workplace, alhamdulillah, is quite good. They allow you to pray. And she's like, it's just because I've got makeup on, it's hard to do wudu. And I'm like, excuse me. She's like, yeah, then I can't, it takes ages to do makeup. And I'm like, okay. And I was quiet. I didn't say anything. Awkward silence. And then she looked at me and she's like, I was just looking at her like that. And I'm like, seriously, like, are you listening to yourself? And she's like, she got a bit embarrassed, so she walked off. She said, okay, I'm going. And I was like, I don't know what to say to her. So, and then I looked back at the surah in front of me, Al-Takathur, and I was like, oh my God. I called her, come back. I called her back. I was like, come here, sit down. I'm going to show you something amazing and it will blow your mind. And I said, read the surah, please. And she read, so she's reading, she said, competing for more distracts you until you go into your graves. And I was like, okay, stop there. First one. What do you understand? And she's like, okay, yeah, generally competing for more, and like same thing, like I said, we all are competing, earning money, this and that in the race. And I was like, no, there's more to this ayah than just that. I said, okay, tell me one thing. You just said to me that it's hard for you to pray at work because you're doing makeup. And I'm like, why do you have to do makeup? What's the purpose of you doing makeup? And she's like, I don't know, to look good. I was like, why do you want to look good? And she's like, don't accuse me. I don't look good to attract men. Or I was like, I'm not saying that. I'm coming to the point. So why do you want to look good? If it's not to attract men, then why do you want to look good? And I was like, you can look good without makeup as well. And she's like, but it's just because everyone does it. And I'm like, that's it. That's your answer. Imagine if everyone in the work came in their pajamas and pajamas and hoodies. I wouldn't go into work wearing a suit because I'm like, everyone's wearing pajamas. Why am I wearing a suit? Right? I'll be comfortable as well. So if all the women came in without makeup, everyone's looking whack, and sorry to say that, and so you don't want to look good and yourself. You're like I don't have to wake up 2 hours early, to paint my face. I can just go in. Everyone else comes in like that. Okay, you just some people just do stuff to compete with other people, and it's distracting you from your own deen. So you doing all this extra makeup and everything just to come in, just to compete with other women because they're looking good. So you need to look better than them. That's the whole purpose. You might not come in to attract men or any other purposes. Some do, some not, but I cannot say that. But most of them people do that. Even me, like, okay, I want to look dressed nice today. I want to compete with the other people that come into work. I need to have a better suit. I need to be the most most smart looking guy in the office. But this is what Allah Ta'ala is saying. Okay, look smart, look good, but do not let it distract you from your deen. If makeup is preventing you from praying namaz, don't do it. Simple. So this is just one of the examples. I give you an example of my own brother. Now my brother, he's up all night playing this new game, Red Dead Redemption. He's playing it. I'm like, dude, go to sleep. You're not going to wake up for Fajr tomorrow morning. He's like, bro, I need to do this. There's 100 hours of gaming. And I'm like, it's such a whack game. Like, you're just running on a horse for hours. What are you doing? And he's like, bro, this is the thing. This is the new thing everyone's doing now. I need to finish it before my mates. And it hit me again. I was like, At-Takathur. You want to play a stupid game you don't even enjoy, but you want to end it before your friends do. And you're going to be playing that all night, and you're going to go to sleep 1 hour before Fajr and miss Fajr because of that. And to myself as well, even now, like, I don't realize it, but I'm onto certain things, like, distracts me from deen. And then this is why Quran helps. You read the Quran, it makes you realize what you're doing. You need to cut down. And before, I used to do a lot of overtime and, making extra money, this and that. And then I was spending, going places. And then I decided, I need to work sufficient, earn for myself and my family. And the remaining time, I need to have my weekends off. I need to have some hours off for reading Quran, going to the masjid, spending time with the ummah, spending time with the Muslim brothers, helping people out. This is what the deen is for. Because you're going to die. This is okay, carrying on now. Too much conversation about At-Takathur, but I hope I've made a point. No, indeed, in the end you will come to know. No, indeed, if only you knew with the certainty of knowledge. So Allah Ta'ala is saying, no, in the end you will come to know. Indeed, in the end you will come to know that all this worldly competition that you were in, all these races you got into, irrelevant, meaningless. And then Allah Ta'ala is saying, only if you knew with the certainty of knowledge. So only in this world, the certainty of knowledge is the Quran. And the people that come to you that tell you, look, what you're doing is useless. Namaz is more important. Makeup is not. Gaming is not. Work, extraordinary, lavish life and luxuries are not. If you have it, you have it. If you don't, doesn't matter. Because you're only here for a little while. It's all going to go away. You're taking nothing in your graves. Until you go into your graves, you're taking nothing with you. You will most definitely see hellfire. And you will most definitely come to know with sight. So you don't know in this world with the certainty of knowledge. But when you see something with your own eyes, then you will believe. So that day when you will be waken up again and you see hellfire in front of you, that day you will believe, yes, Allah was right. I was in loss, mate. In this world, I was in complete loss. Then you will see it with the eye of certainty. Then you will see that you didn't see the hell with the certainty of knowledge before when you were alive, but then when you have in front of you, then you will see with the eye of certainty. The language is incredible. On that day you will be asked about your pleasures, and then Allah Ta'ala will ask you about on that day, okay Tommy, Mac, PlayStation 4, may Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala forgive me and help me from refraining from distracting myself from the stupid things in the world and concentrating on the deen more. Like I said, plan your life around Islam. Don't plan Islam around your life. This is a very wise friend of mine told me this a few years back, and I've taken these words on today. I'm still on a struggle. Like I said, I'm just a normal guy like you, trying to read Islam, understand Islam, study Islam, and I'm going over these hurdles and these experiences. And I've done a lot of stupid stuff, and now I look back at it, and I just, I feel disgusted with myself, and I'm like, I wasted a lot of young years. But even now I'm trying. May Allah Ta'ala keep giving me hidayah and all of you hidayah. If again, please read At-Takathur, memorize it. It's very beautiful surah in namaz. It's basically, it's rhythm, it's melodies, just soothes you. And if you're understanding Arabic, and if you're reading this in Arabic, it hits you right here. Qasam se, it hits you in, it goes straight to your heart. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all have a lovely day. Assalamu alaikum. Like my page, share my videos, spread that knowledge to others as well.